What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to Hungary for Success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today we're taking on Anderlecht in the Europa League, and we're going to be taking on Haladas in the league, because I never hit record on the last Anderlecht game that we were supposed to come back for, because it was supposed to be Anderlecht and MTK, but these things happen. So if you do want to enjoy this episode, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. No, right, fellas, so as I said, we're taking on Anderlecht and Haladas in this episode, but we do have a couple of transfers to catch you up on. So you might remember in the last episode we said Alfonso Hidalgo, if he signed, we were going to sign him then and there, like the day he was eligible to arrive, and we did. Paid 64,000 to buy him out of his contract and get him to arrive straight away. Jumped into the first team. He's started 5 games, scored a goal. He's played a cup game as well, which is quite nice. And Sergei Usakov is another centre back we brought in. Unfortunately, these two haven't kept Versace happy, but I didn't realise Krasnodar paid 5.5 million for him not too long ago. Actually, 2 years ago, and we brought him in for $500,000. I feel like Krasnodar don't know how to do business, but I'll take it all day long. And after the Derek sale, we did also loan out Gave to Honvid. Not getting first team football, which is kind of what I was hoping he would, but he's could potentially call him back and see how he gets on. I'll show you the. Actually, I'll go through the results. So since you were here last in the Dynamo game, I think was it the last game you saw? Yeah, because we did the draw. Yeah, so then we went beat DSQR 5-2, which I might have told you about, but that was a good game for us. Then we beat Ujpest 4-2, beat St. Johnstone in the first group game 3-1, quite nice indeed. Then beat Putnock 4-0, but a very rotated side, because many of our players are foreign. We beat Pushkash Academia, who are having a terrible start to the season, 4-2. Then lost to Benfica, as you would expect, away from home. Benfica, quite a good team. Knocked us out of the first knockout round last year. Kind of disappointed we got them. FmGreeno, we got them when they were still struggling. They've picked up their form a little bit. Perlescu, Batista Meyer getting a brace, and Hidalgo scoring for us as well. Savage picked up quite a bad injury in that game. He's only just returned recently. Wasn't playing great to begin with, so kind of understandable that he struggled. Then against Fervar, really hard game. Dahoud Traore scoring a screamer, but that was about it. Then against Anderlecht, Rentira, we had no centre backs, as you can see. Felusi started alongside Christian Mark, and Rentira got himself sent off because everyone was suspended. So Schomberg Toth, who didn't think he'd ever actually play a game for us, he came off the bench because Felusi couldn't play the full game. We got smashed 4-0. I had Christian Mark man marking their striker. He just kept getting away from him. It was not ideal. MTK were the team we were supposed to come. Those 2 games we were supposed to come back for. MTK, we were terrible in the first half. Absolutely smashed it in the second half. Savov scored for the first time in, I think it was like 10 games or something. It said it was insane. When did he last score? Actually, I'll have a quick look, see if I can find. It has. Can like see Felusi scored against Putnock. That was I think it was his debut. When did Savov last score? Okay, against Haladas, the last time we played them. Yeah, took him ages to score. Then against Suffolk, we played again another rotated side, 3-1. They're 18th in the second division. It was a struggle. Doesn't look it, but it was a struggle. And then we just beat Depression 3-1. Both our strikers for this game scoring goals for us, and then Mandira picked up a knock in that game. Not ideal, but we're taking on Anderlecht, and we've lost somebody. Perlescu, I should have offered him a new contract, 1.5 million to Cluj, so we're losing him. Our vice captain and best right back is off to Romania. I'm not sure why he's doing it, because I don't think Cluj are in European football this year. Nope, so he's leaving us to take a step back, but he's going home, so I can kind of understand. They wanted to play Kovac at centre back. I don't think that's a good idea. Instead of Felusi, no, that's not what we're doing. That is not the way to go. We are going to start with Felusi at centre back, even though he's quite tired. Again, lots of suspensions, many players unregistered, because we've had quite the squad turnover since with the registration. Rentier is suspended for that ridiculous straight red card he got in the last game against Anderlecht. So I'm hoping we can just do the business here. So Hood Wagner starts in goal, Enjo and Peralevscu as our wingbacks, Christian Marcofalusi in central defence, Traore and Oruela as our central midfielders, Batista Meyer and Carlsberg as our wide men, Mendoza and Savov up front. Versace is a little bit disappointed with the sale of Derek. I said we'd bring in better players. I think we have with Usakov and Hidalgo. He doesn't seem to agree. He's coming around to it, but he's not fantastically happy. This is the first time Perlevsky gets to play against Anderlecht because, as I said, he was suspended for the last game. So hopefully, just having him in the team is going to help a little bit. Actually, I'll Thrashmare to say we get revenge. Pump our fists, and we're going to Thrashmare at the strikers. So I want to see quality finishing. Mendoza again. Leads me straight into what I was going to say. Against, he's got a interest from him, even though we signed a new contract with him in the summer. We only even made it to January, and this club's already trying to sign him from us. But I've set a value of 20 million. So if someone pays 20 million for him, I'll bring him there myself. But I don't think anyone's going to be willing to pay 20 million, and I think the board are going to turn in or accept an offer. Something we won't be able to stop them from doing. And Mendoza was offside. Kind of felt like he might have been when he was standing closer to the goal than the goalkeeper. Never showed you the league table or the Europa League table. Actually, we'll do that now. We'll do it now. Right, fuck it. We'll do it live. Someone's got offers put in for them. So as you can see, because of our interesting results, we're sitting fourth, but we're only a point behind Anderlecht, 3 behind Benfica, because St. Johnstone beat Benfica 5-0 in their last game. And we are still unbeaten atop the league, because this could be the season. We say quietly, this could be the season that we go undefeated. I don't think it will be, but we could. But don't say it too loud. FM is always listening. I'm really hoping that Mendoza and Savov do well today, because even if we just Enjo with a beautiful tackle, Carlsberg just crashes it off the onrushing attacker for Anderlecht. Carlsberg penalty. Savov was tripped. No, Enjo puts it through to Batista Meyer. Batista Meyer, his 6th goal of the season. He is not getting enough love at all, so I'm glad that he's getting a goal so far today. Because I've not been overly nice to Batista Meyer, to be fair. Falusi heads just over, but yeah, I've not been giving him the best of. He gets dropped a lot because I prefer Versace and Carlsberg. Really shouldn't, because Batista Meyer is very, very good and should be in our first team. Versace is being just a little bit of a whiny baby back bitch. So considering just dropping Versace for the foreseeable, not for the foreseeable, but dropping him for a little while, because he has been playing poorly, and he does come into his own towards the end of the season anyway. This will be one of the last times we could see Perlevscu running down the wing. Oh, beautiful pass by Orjuela. Traore on the far post, or outside the area. Traore, this season he has really turned into the player I thought he was going to be. I'm surprised. I'm happy. Speaking of Traore, his international teammate, Joel Tape, you might notice, is not on the bench. He's not in the first team anymore. He handed in a transfer request and wants to go to PSG. Oh, Christian Mark hits the crossbar. So what we've done is we've just basically went 3 million. 3 million, and they can take it. Just got to sit on the reserves. I don't care. Tape, I played him. He complained about not getting enough first team football. I was like, hey, I play you as much as I can. I gave him plenty of opportunities. Came to me and said he wasn't playing enough, and I was like, right, well then, fuck you. So he is gone into the under 19s. Just sitting in the under 19s, stewing. Oh, Falusi's after picking up a knock. We're just going to take Falusi off because there's no point in risking one of our only centre backs fit to play. So he's coming off. I'm going to tell Toth to go out there and make a difference. He does not care. Traore wins the ball, and unfortunately, Savov does get there. Somehow, Savov gets on the end of it. That was a nice little bit of miscommunication between the goalkeeper and their centre back. Well, for us anyway, not so much for them. Leke with the lazy pass, and then I'm not sure what the defender and goalkeeper were doing. We're still going to make that change because Belusi is still injured, regardless of whether we've just scored a goal or not. Christian Mark with the dominant header. Mendoza's back to pick it up. Traore, everything good seems to be coming through Traore. So what that tells me is Traore is going to break his leg. Probably going to get a broken leg in this game. I'm surprised that Anderlecht still have Kana. What an absolute rocket of a goal. I knew the second he turned with the ball, I knew he was putting that in the back of the net. There was never a doubt in my mind that that was going into the back of the net. I was going to praise them. I don't think that's a good idea right now. I might make a change in a couple of minutes just to take off maybe Mendoza because he's just a little poor at the minute. And I'm going to bring on Mandira, see if he can get himself a goal. Arjuela's not having a great game, so we're going to bring on Loritz. Loritz is quite good. Divic has played quite a number of games recently, and our midfield could do with, freshening up. Christian Mark, oh, he's hit the crossbar again. We're just not getting any luck with the crossbars recently. Or we're doing the crossbar challenge. Batista Meyer with the corner. Mandira. It looks like it's gone in off Christian Mark. How's that happened? It looked like Mandira got onto the end of the corner. Let's see what happens here. Oh no, it was just Mandira's name appeared. Christian Mark's didn't. We are 4-1 up. Get in there, my son. Hertha Berlin, my favourite German team, sitting second in their group behind Young Boys. Ahead of Lille. Europa League. Interesting. We're playing St. Johnstone away from home. From what I've seen so far, St. Johnstone at home, quite a difficult team to beat. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually, did the business against us. What on earth was that? Who is at fault for this? Who did it? They're trying to ease off the press a bit. Oh, Traore just absolutely pings it off El Hadj. El Hadj with both their goals. It's going to chuck a bit of praise to the lads, it's fine. Batista Meyer whips it across. Carlsberg in the back of the net. His 10th of the season, and he's been injured and on holidays for a not insignificant amount of time this season. And one thing now we do need a bit of shopping in in January is we do need a new left back. Rentira blows hot and cold far too often. We don't have a backup left back with Perlevsky leaving, and we don't have a main starting right back. We don't have a backup left back anymore. I'm not a big fan of the left back we currently have, who actually does have interest in him as well. So we could end up losing him in January regardless. And the Anderlecht right back gives away a free kick late into added time. Christian Mark tries to get there, gets pushed, but he was offside anyway. There was me thinking potentially a penalty. No. That is perfect. I think Benfica won their game as well, so that'll have the group fairly tight for second anyway. Setting the assistant to that. Yeah, Benfica did win their game 2-0 over St. Johnstone, who I think we play next, and then we play Benfica on the final. Is it Benfica on the final day of the group? More teams are coming in for Joel Tapia. I won 3 million. So, unfortunately for you, buddy, you ain't going nowhere till we get that money. We are dominant in our game. We did lose on aggregate to them overall, but Batista Meyer had a fantastic game. And Haladas is coming up. Is Benfica. Benfica is the final group game. So I'm hoping that we're not kind of hanging on, hoping that that game is going to be the one that gives us movement into the next round. So we're going to be back in just a second for the game against Haladas. Don't go anywhere. Or do we just come back for St. Johnstone? We just come back for St. Johnstone. Fuck it. Right, fellas. So we're back just before the St. Johnstone game because the World Cup qualifiers have ended. And as you can see, there's the nation here that don't have a manager. And as you can see, we have a must respond in the corner. So that can mean but one thing. We've been offered the Hungarian Football Association job, and we are taking it. £14,500 to take over as the manager of the Hungarian national team. Get in there. Oh, fantastic. We are 58th in the world. Highest ranking is 18th, the lowest of 87th. Most cap player is Gabor Kirali. And the all-time top goal scorer, Frank Puskás, who the arena is named after. Get in there. We might have a look and see staff-wise what we're going to do with them. Hood Wagner, definitely going to be getting games under us. Going to bring in some of our tasty little prospects that we have at our team. Let's see how we get on. We're going to obviously do a press conference when that appears, but I'm not going to put you through that because everyone's done press conferences a million times, and this is fantastic. I am very, very happy for taking over at Hungary. But since you were here last, it is 4 days before the St. Johnstone game. The 2 games in between, we dropped our first points in the league this season. Jakub Plesk scored an 83rd minute penalty to equalise because Lukas Kovic pushed someone in the box, and I'm disappointed in them. And then we smashed Pax, absolutely smashed them 5-2. We were the dominant team, and then Hidalgo scored quite a calamitous own goal, and then they scored a goal 5 minutes later. That was pretty much the end of it. Carlsberg was on the verge of being substituted because he was dying, but I left him on because he was on for a hat-trick. He didn't get it, but still, nonetheless, we have extended our lead atop the league. MTK do have a game in hand, but they are playing Meshkoved, who recently just sacked their manager, and the Pax manager's favourite to take over. Interesting. I did actually remember that we have another left back at the team. We have 2 left backs at the team that I forgot about. Tony Morton, our Irish left back, who can play also on the left wing, and the guy we brought in on loan from Villarreal, Chus Cueto, who completely forgot he even existed until I looked at my dynamics and they were like, who the hell is this guy? So yeah, we've gotten the Hungarian job. Ooh, fantastic. But yeah, like I said, the Hungarian World Cup qualifier didn't really work out all that well. Beating Kazakhstan, drawing with Albania, drew with Spain, but then got smashed by Spain, lost to Serbia twice, and lost to Albania. So our job for the Euro qualifiers will be to qualify, I imagine. And we're going to be in the Division B for the European International League, where, to be fair, didn't actually do too bad. Beaten by Ireland and Wales to top of the group with Georgia. Poor Georgia, got absolutely smashed. So we're going to be back in just a second for the game against St. Johnstone. Hopefully, that'll give us a little bit of an advantage. But if Benfica beat Anderlecht and we beat St. Johnstone, if my math is correct, we qualify regardless of what happens in the final game. So yeah, that's the plan. Beat St. Johnstone and Benfica win their game and we'll be fine. Right, fellas, so it is now time to take on St. Johnstone. Hopefully, like I said in the last part of this episode, if we beat St. Johnstone and Benfica beat Anderlecht, I think that would guarantee it. We'd have to, because then we'd have 9 points. Benfica would have 12. Anderlecht and St. Johnstone only have 4. We should be fine. We'll be fine. We're going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We are going to be fine. We don't have centre backs for this game, apart from Christian Mark, which is and we have picked up a couple of injuries, which is fantastic. But we do have a fairly strong side. With Hood Wagner starting goal, Loritz and Rentira as our wing backs, Christian Mark and Perlevsku as our centre back partnership, Traore and Oriola as our centre midfield, Savage and Carlsberg as our wide men, with Mandira starting up front alongside Mendoza. We're without Savov, who's picked up an injury recently. Enjo picked up an injury like yesterday in training. It's just fantastic. So means that Loritz has to start at right back. Obviously not ideal. Kovic has come to me and said he wants to playing time down because I didn't think he was good enough at the minute. Like, he's just not been playing enough games to be seen as a regular starter, important first team player. I can't remember which. He's not. He's not anymore. So I brought him down. He threw a little strop, and I was like, I don't care. You're potentially not going to be at this club anymore. With the way he reacted anyway. So we've decided to offer him out and see what happens. And two clubs came in, offered us tuppence, like 25k or something. I was like, no. Mm-mm. Nobody's come actually in to offer for Joel Tappe either, which is annoying. Could do with getting rid of him. 15 minutes in, we have the first highlight. And it looks like it's going to be a St. Johnstone attack. Not ideal. McGuinness, we got lucky there. Pierlevsku boots it clear. But I have had a look at the Hungary side. Rossi was not playing a great team. You know, not a huge amount of talented players in the team. Mandira's true, and Mandira boots it over, because of course he does. That is what Mandira does best, it seems. But yeah, we've made a couple of offers for some of the players in the Hungarian team, and players who weren't actually in the Hungarian team. But I've gotten two players already to join the Hungarian team, and Oruela with a beautiful shot. Unfortunately, Robbie Much is there to stop it. Carlsberg with the corner. Christian Mark gets beaten to the header. Doesn't normally happen. He's 6'6". Orihuela wins another corner for us, but there is a Norwegian striker that we've persuaded to join the Hungarian. Yeah, he was going to play for Norway. We've persuaded him to not do that, and we've got Gabriel, or Gabriel. Well, used to be our Gabriel. Has given up the fact that he's going to play for Brazil, and has decided much rather play for the Hungarian national team. So I'm going to give him a couple of games, just because he's my player, or he was my player. He's my boy. Just wasn't good enough to play for us anymore. Can't see why he wouldn't be good enough to play for Hungary. Savic cuts in 11th goal of the season for the guy we signed to be a striker, who's now become not quite nailed on, but he's very, very close to being a number one right winger for us. I feel like I'm doing a Lelujo on it. Taking a guy who's a really good striker, being like, no, winger. You will be a winger. But yeah, Benfica have taken the lead in their game, which was good for us, but St. Johnstone have equalised just before half time from a very, very soft free kick. Should not have given away that goal there. Not ideal, because we do play Benfica on the final game. I'm going to say I am far from pleased. There is one player on the pitch who I'm probably going to have to take off, because he was looking for a holiday, and that is Traore, who's been booked. I feel like he knows that he wants to. He's just like, I want some time off. I need a rest. I'm tired. My legs are tired. He went to, I think, Ivory Coast. Played in like, I'm trying to think. Was it Chile they played? I think they played Chile or Peru. Actually, Mendoza. Do you want to be a poacher? See what you can do. Leave Mandira as an advanced forward. See if Mendoza doesn't normally play as a poacher. Trade him as a complete forward for this game. It's not really worked so far. But according to star ratings, Mendoza is our best player. It's debatable. I think Savov or Carlsberg could potentially be like, no. We've not done enough of it. Benfica have decided they really want to win their game, so we could, do with scoring a goal. Traore does have to come off. We're going to bring on Briljaka. Larit's not having an amazing game at right back. Mendoza's not having a great game either, but he's not playing terribly, and he could. I kind of want to bring Ariola on. Madeire's playing well. I might take Mendoza off and bring on Divic, but have Orihuela as a complete forward, because he can do it. He's quite good at it. We just give them Gives the lads like 10 minutes or so. See if we can do something with the 11 players out on the pitch now. St. Johnstone have a throw. The last thing we want is to lose. We would ideally not draw this game. Definitely don't want to lose. Basically what I'm saying is I want to win the game. So we're going attacking. Coming up on the 75th minute, they're just... Oh! Rentira boots it off. Galloway was just really poor defending. I don't want to watch it again. That was horrible. I'm going to berate them, see if that'll make a difference. Not really. Okay, well, we're going to make a change now. Don't want to take... yeah, Savage is going to go up front. Savage is going up front. Have Orjuela in the middle as a complete forward. Have the two either side of him as advanced forwards. Make Berlaka an advanced playmaker. And bring on... or take off Ariel actually, because Carlsberg is playing well and he's fit. Play him as a trequartista. Batista Meyer can run around as a Mazzella. We are going to stop working the ball into the box, run the defence, be more expressive, focus play through the middle, distribute over the top, take long kicks, push the line a little bit higher, and try and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Batista Meyer, do a football. Do football. Please. Please, someone do football. St. Johnstone with another throw. Could we potentially run away with this and get to the other end and at least salvage a draw for ourselves? Hut Wagner doing well to stop that one. Loritz is playing absolutely horrendously. Malin with the corner. Hut Wagner does get there to catch it. Quick distribution. Nothing happened. Let me demand more. It's 2 minutes plus added time. Rentiero wins the header. But it's St. Johnstone again. It's St. Johnstone, the team I expected to absolutely smash. Mandira is disappointing me constantly. Batista Meyer. Pirilevsku, he's headed over. And he's going to give away a penalty, isn't he? Galloway gets it across. Loritz heads it away. St. Johnstone, they're just time wasting now. They just know if they don't lose the ball, they win the game. So they're just passing it around. Loritz wins the ball back, but 15 seconds before the end, they're going to kill time. Yeah, it took them 15 seconds to get to grab the ball. It's taken them nearly 30 seconds to take the throw. Christian Mark heads it away, but the game is over. They're going to blow the whistle. Oh, not before St. Johnstone score again. Or is it? No, it's over. God damn it. I am far from pleased with that result. I can't really give out to Loritz because I was going to say give out to Loritz, but he's not really a right back. So I can't really complain. So we need to beat Benfica. And we need Anderlecht to beat St. Johnstone for us to qualify. So we're definitely going to be coming back for the final game in the group, unfortunately. God damn it. So we're going to be back for Benfica, Meshkoved. Meshkoved, might add, having a horrendous season. I think they just recently sacked their manager within the last couple of days. As you can see, Ferver and Ferran Kvaras mid-table. You would not expect that. Like Pex and Discure are ahead of them. This season's really up in the air. Yeah, now we got to do the business against Benfica. It is at home, so it's not as bad. If we hadn't lost 4-0 to Anderlecht, like if we got a draw there, and then if we just held on to that draw against St. Johnstone, potentially, that's an extra 2 points. Extra 2 points, yeah, we'd be up there. Oh, God damn it. Alright, the board have come out and said that they're not necessarily happy with the fact that I joined Hungary as the Hungarian manager, but I did talk to them about it beforehand when I said I wanted the job. So they're pretty okay with it. We are actually, one thing I did mean to show you is, no, go back here, in the process of a board takeover. That would be fruity if we get that. I'm not sure if it will because we get this constantly, but this is the longest we've been in the process of a board takeover. So it'd be interesting to see because the balance is down a little bit because we have we're improving the youth and training facilities. So we spent a little bit of money on that. So it'll be interesting to see how much if it does go through, because the estimated value is down to 46 million. It was 50 something not too long ago. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!